By the gods, that's a female orc, here in the human town, and she's taken one of them prisoner. I must notify the town guard right away, and Master Marcus. Together we must fight to the last drop of blood, and...
I can hear you!
Stay where you are. I'm a mage.
So I see.
A dangerous battle mage.
Now that, on t'other hand, I find doubtful.
Who are you? What do you want here, and how did you get here?
A lot of questions. Give me one good reason why I should answer them.
Her name is Elizabeth. She's come here for the annual beauty contest and has brought a golden Pegasus with her. He's called Bob.
Funny, you don't look like a beauty queen. But, definitely pretty, and so. I mean, for a lady orc. Oh, not that orc ladies aren't pretty, I guess.
Hey, now there's a guy who knows how to handle women.
I am a bounty hunter and just passing through.
Are bounty hunters allowed to simply tie up here?
Certainly. Bounty hunters and merchants are neutral in this war.
Nobody wanted the bounty hunters.
I'm just waiting for Bill the merchant who has my provisions. Then I'm on my way.
I have no idea what's going on here, but the airship could be exactly what I need for my expedition.
Who did you just speak to?
To no one, really. So your name isn't Elizabeth?
I am known as Mazaz.
Or Sugar Lips, Greenie, or just, Oi, you fella! And she is one lousy bounty hunter.
That's right. I only catch imbeciles. Those who are even more stupid than me.
Where are you taking your prisoners?
That's none of your business, dwarf. They know, and that's enough.
I'm not a dwarf. I'm a gnome.
Too right, Shorty. Don't take any nonsense. Turn her into a sheep.
I can only transform rabbits into kind of a sheep.
Great. That's helpful.
I have to go.
If you see the merchant, can you tell him that I'll rip his ears off if he doesn't turn up here soon?
A large net. Might be a fishing net, or maybe one of those cargo nets. A coiled rope. It's been used a lot.
Hey! What you think you're doing there? That's my rope.
Your rope? It belongs to the Mary and is therefore my rope.
Perhaps you haven't quite understood this yet. The ship no longer belongs to you. It now belongs to me.
Over my dead body.
Aye.
Well, no matter who the rope belongs to, it's not mine. Sorry. She'd see me. I'll have to wait for the right moment. A bale of cargo. Looks heavy. Maybe compressed cotton or the like. A bale of cargo. Looks... It's a long way down beneath the plank. You wouldn't catch me standing on it. I can't do anything with that plank as long as the bounty hunter is standing on it. Ooh!
Hi.
I'm Wilbur. Who are you?
Someone with a tiny problem, as you can see. Could you do me a favor and whack that green lady over the head?
Come on, Nate. I'm only doing my job here.
I know the job market's tough, but yours is going to cost me my neck.
Undoubtedly.
Are you a pirate or something?
No.
Yes.
Well, I have been called that occasionally, but I'm just about as much of a pirate as Mazaz here is a ballet dancer. I'm the captain of this proud ship, the Mary. I'm a freelance treasure hunter.
You're a swindler.
And you're a terrible ballet dancer.
I like ballet. You're a professional treasure hunter. So you know your way around sunken temples and the like.
Of course. I have traveled all across the skies to the ends of the earth. I've fought Cyclops and seen things that a man probably shouldn't have. Such as Mazaz here, for example.
Suppose I needed to travel to a certain island, and I could show you the island on a map. Could you bring me there?
Well, apart from the fact that I'm sitting here in a cage, then sure.
Then we'll just have to free you.
Hello? I still happen to be here.
What's that got to do with it?
See you later.
Take care, Shorty.
Captain Nate is a treasure hunter, and he has his own ship. Someone like him would be perfect for my team. But how do I get past that orc lady, and all on my own? I've never seen a creature like that before. It's similar to the demon from the inn. Maybe it's just an animal. It could be a kind of otter. A porcu otter. As someone who comes from the mountains, I'm not really an expert on ships, but that's called a thingy. I don't know what that pipe's for, but it has something to do with airships. She really does look terrifying. I mean, I don't know what orc women usually look like, but that one, I wouldn't want to get on her bad side. Hi.
What do you want?
Could I persuade you to let Captain Nate go?
You could give it a go.
Would you please set him free?
Shame. Didn't work. Close thing, though.
I have to go.
If you see the merchant, can you tell him that I'll rip his ears off if he doesn't turn up here soon?
She'd see me. I'll have to wait. Oh, that is very
My
interesting.
fault. They gave me the wrong coordinates.
The coordinates were correct.
Yeah, great. Some kind of weird orc system. Look at me. Do I look like an orc? Maybe they should have given me the coordinates for a human navigation system.
Perhaps you could have simply listened while things were being explained to you at great length.
I've been a captain for 15 years. I don't need things explained to me.
Quite obviously you do. At the very least, you might have noticed that it was not a stinking headquarters when you landed in the wedding cake.
The bridesmaids looked pretty suspect.
Ah, so that was why you decided to strip search them, was it?
I don't know what that fountain is supposed to represent, but I hope I never meet it in real life. Shieldhand has one of these down at the gate too. I guess dozens of guards used to patrol the town. I'm a mage, not a fighter. And even so, I'd only be able to use that thing as a lance. The pillar holds up this little roof. It looks pretty strong. The pillar holds up this little roof.
But I still can't let you go up, my lovely.
I will say it once more. I have to give the Archmage a book. It's important.
I don't know anything about a book. And believe me, whatever the Archmage is up to, it's more important than your stupid book.
But
End of discussion. Only graduate mages or people with an invitation from the Archmage can go into the tower. And to be precise, I don't see any of those at the moment, sorry.
Hello.
Hi.
You're an elf, right?
Indeed. And you are a kind of wood goblin?
I'm a gnome. Wilbur Weathervane. Master Wilbur Weathervane. Pleased to meet you.
You're a mage.
With diploma.
Then you can go into the upper town and into the mage tower.
That's exactly where I've just come from.
Could you take me up there?
Who are you?
My name is Ivadora Eleonora Clarissa, Princess of Silverwood.
Ooh, And you're a real princess from Silverwood.
Call me Ivo. He's called Cheep Cheep.
I overheard you talking to the city guard about a book. Do you need to take it to the Archmage?
I have to. It's very important.
Could it be that you got this book from a gremlin secret cellar? A gremlin who shortly before had been ejected over the White Ridge Mountains?
Get out of my brain, you mage.
You almost dropped the professor on my head. He sent me here with a secret message for the Archmage.
Oh, were you able to bring him the news?
Yes, it was very disquieting. I believe that the book you're carrying explains just where an extremely powerful artifact can be found.
Yeah, the gremlin did hint at something of that sort. He was very concerned.
He's got every reason to be. The Archmage is gone. He's trying to find out exactly where the artifact is hidden. And then I'm supposed to go get it, quietly and secretly, along with 2 friends.
But it's here. This book tells us where the artifact can be found.
Unfortunately, the Archmage doesn't know that. This whole story is too much for one gnome. I think we should work together.
I should really be at home in the elf burrow listening to Uncle Ignacio droning on. I am in enough trouble already.
Don't you understand? This book explains the exact location of the artifact of divine power. That's precisely the information the Archmage is looking for.
Then take the book and wait for him here.
And if the Shades are faster than we are? What if they manage to extract the information from the old gnome before the Archmage returns?
And what then? Are we to fight the Shades single-handed? And what are we talking about here, by the way? What is it that the Shadow Army want to get their hands on?
I can't tell you that here. How about this? I'll get you into the Mage Tower somehow, and there I'll show you the Professor's message and
then I can decide whether I'm in or not.
it's a deal. I'll be back.
And I will wait.
Welcome, Master Wilbur.
Mr. Shieldhand, I must insist that you allow the young elf over there entrance to the upper town.
No.
But, you know, it's about that thing.
What thing?
The thing we talked to the Archmage about. The important thing.
I don't know what you mean. Nothing unusual has happened, and even if it had, then we'd be forbidden to discuss it. And most certainly there would have been a crystal clear order to let nobody into the upper town.
But
No matter what the reason. Do we understand each other?
as an accredited mage, I must unfortunately bid you adieu.
Very well, Master Wilbur.
Master Marcus, you'll never believe this, but... Master Marcus? Hello? He's not here. A folded note with my name on it.
Dear Wilbur, you probably don't even know what you've achieved. Not only have you completed your mage degree quicker than anyone ever, you've also shown an old man that there's always hope. I thank you for that. I have gone to stand at my brother's side at Wildthorn Pass. He's there fighting back the Shadow Army's vicious onslaught. I hope to see you again soon, Master Weathervane. Marcus Maria Alistair, Master of Magic.
P.S. I would like to pass my magic glasses on to you as a gift. I do not need them anymore. My nose belongs in the fresh air, not amongst old books. This is really very nice of Master Marcus, but couldn't he have kept his thirst for action under control just for a few more hours? I could really use him here. And he's not likely to find his brother there either. He's off looking for the island in some archive, not standing on some battlefield. It can't be helped. He's gone. I'll just have to carry on alone. I don't think I'll be needing the mortar again. I'm alive again, and hopefully I'll stay that way for a long time. At any rate, I'm not going back there again. My power elixir is safely in the vial, and I don't have to brew any other potions. At least, not right now. Good idea.
You've already kept that promise once before.
Of course.
But what's with this oh so important message then?
Come with me to the Mage Tower. I'll show you there.
Hurry, or none of us will be in control of our own destinies. Help us, Master Alistair. You're our only hope.
This is not good at all.
Now do you understand? We have to do something. If the Archmage hasn't returned soon, we have to find the island's location using the book and then rescue the artifact ourselves.
You're right. We have to do something. No mortal should be in possession of such power. I'm in.
Yay! And there's an airship moored right outside. Maybe Cap and Nate will fly us to the island.
One thing at a time. First, we have to find out where this island is. That's a swamp creeper, a plant-eating plant. It creeps up on its quarry and chokes them from behind. They present no danger to beings made of flesh and blood. They belong to the group of vegetarian cannibal plants. A few papers, magic gadgets and junk. A large map of the country with dozens of towns, villages and settlements. Well, that wasn't there in the past. Haven't got a clue where this island of Sordia lies. Perhaps there's a hint in the Gremlins book. A large map of the country with dozens of towns. Come on, Wilbur, let's have a look at what the book tells us about Sordia's location. Okay now, what do we have here? A story about a magician and his sheep.
Oh, a story about mages, with pictures.
You won't like this story, believe me. Here, this is the travel log of a fairy explorer. In it, he describes how he landed on an island. He sketched the temple ruins.
And the professor believes that the artifact is in this temple on the island of Sordia.
Exactly. The fairy explorer described his route very precisely.
Never heard of it.
Me neither. We have to find it. There are several large pieces of paper on top of the bookcase. Could possibly be maps. No problem. That looks like a tactical map to me. There are troop movements marked on it. Presumably that was years ago. One of the maps is a rough copy of the map on the wall. I can use it to mark where the island is situated, but we'll have to locate it first. Now then, Krunpak. I will find you eventually.
I don't believe this. I just can't find the place.
Me neither. It isn't on the map.
But why would this fairy explorer describe a place that doesn't exist? Or did it once exist but is now abandoned?
That's it.
Hmm?
Krunpak is the name of the place in the Shades language. When the fairy explorer was there, it was a shade town. But this map is new, so it'll have the human name of the town.
So we have to find out what the town of Crumpak used to be called.
Exactly. That's the Encyclopedia Fantastica, a torrid attempt to squeeze all the world's knowledge between two book covers.
The flower keeps floating away from me. Maybe it's shy. Floating furniture is really practical when you want to mop the floor. Strange idea, stretching a map over a globe like that. How are you supposed to use it? Now that's what I call magic. Fantastic. It's no use. We need to know what this Crumpak place was called before. This map only shows the place's old name. It's no use. Dad always says, what you don't have in your head, you'd better have in your books. I would have thought there'd be more books here. No wonder the Archmage has gone elsewhere to seek information. That is probably the thickest book I've ever seen. It says Encyclopedia Fantastica here. Fantastic knowledge in just one volume. The strange thing is that most of the pages are completely blank. I mean, our world isn't that uninteresting. The strange thing is that most... Hello, Evo.
What's up?
I have to think a minute. Could you take over here?
Of course.
Incredible! Now I have the glasses on. The pages are filled from top to bottom with fine script. Without the glasses, the pages appear totally empty. So the glasses are as useful as they are cool. What should I look for? Alright, I just hope the encyclopedia is more up to date than the map. Kedguri, Kayak, Kedguri, Kismet, Crunabel the Terrible, Crumpak. Crumpak, once known as Redstonbury, is a town in the southern heath, known mainly for its salt mining and the blah blah blah. Redstonbury, this is it. So, Redstonbury, where are you? There it is! Redstonbury.
Excellent. From there, we have to follow the footsteps of the fairy explorer. There are 7 steps in total. I'll read them out, and you look where it takes us, okay? Good. We're in Redstonbury. The first point is 2 days' march north to the foot of the mountains. Where's that? Mark the place. Okay, from there, 1 day's march eastwards. The place has to be somewhere on a large plain. Next step, Go northeastwards until you reach the road. You got it? Follow the road in a northerly direction until you reach a river. Follow the river to its mouth. That's good. Now head south. Follow down the coast until you reach a large bay. East of the bay there should be islands. Okay, from there head northeast. It's the second island along. You got it?
That must be the Isle of Sordia right there.
Good work. I don't think that we've made a mistake. So that over there is Sordia. Let's mark the island on the small map.
So, now we've found the island, all we need is some transportation.
And that is floating outside.
You got it. Hello, Evo.
What's up?
I have to think a minute. Could you take over here?
Of course. Goods are transported in bales. This one here appears to be very heavy. Orcs are tough, strong and aggressive. That one there looks fit. I don't know if I could eliminate her. If at all, it would be with speed or with brains. Hello, Orc.
What do you want, elf?
I need the human for a few days. Will you lend him to me?
No, I'm carrying out a task and I'll fulfill it.
Then I'll take him.
If you can get past me.
Meow!
Shut it, Nate.
There's never a mud wrestling pit when you need it most.
Do you really think that you have a ghost of a chance against Mazaz?
Who are you?
I am Mazaz.
Is that a strapping master swordsman that you've got locked up there? I need him.
Hey, marry me, elf.
I want that human and I'll have him before sundown.
Ooh, Elfie.
I'm looking forward to seeing how you're going to achieve that, elf.
How about this little competition? Elf against orc. It'll be a classic.
As long as it's not going to be about who can best howl at the moon by a swamp, then the result is a given.
What about dental care, general education, or thunderous thighs?
Shut it, Nate. So, what do you suggest?
How about with a bit of ballet?
I knew it. Only a young elfweed could suggest something like that.
Young elf. I was here even before you orcs were invented.
Then you should possess some kind of skills that go beyond dancing around a bit. So, what do you suggest?
We could have a race?
Not that I wouldn't win, but it strikes me as a little risky to leave my quarry with your short-arsed accomplice.
Scared?
Suggest something that we can do here. Then you'll see that I fear nothing, much less you.
You think that you're strong, so how about a bit of arm wrestling?
You are joking, aren't you? An elf beating an orc warrior at arm wrestling? Never!
So, are you willing to give it a shot?
Of course. Why not? Come here. Okay, let's do it. Hey, elf. I said let's do it. Let me know. Shall we warm up? Right. I'm ready. Shall we start? What's the matter? Fed up already?
Here, Ivo, a power elixir. Maybe you can use it.
Thank you. I just have to be careful Cheap Cheap doesn't get... I can't feel anything. I wonder if it worked. Hello, Orc.
What do you want, Elf?
How about another round of arm wrestling?
Now, there's someone who likes to be humiliated. I will flatten you.
We'll see about that. This time I'm playing for real.
Of course!
As someone who comes from the mountains, I'm not really an expert on ships, but that's called a thingy.
Yes!
Magic! There's magic at play here.
An elf would never cheat, as well you know.
I want revenge!
Perhaps some other time.
Got it. That won't work. The bounty hunter would notice. The net is now lying on the plank. You can't cross the plank without stepping on the net.
Hello, Orc.
What do you want, Elf?
So, another round of arm wrestling?
You were just lucky. I wasn't concentrating.
Of course.
That looks like a good trap to me.
Yes!
Magic! There's magic at play here.
An elf would never cheat, as well you know.
I want revenge!
Perhaps some other time. effect of the power elixier's diminishing.
What are you doing there?
Wilbur, I could do with some gnome power here.
What the?
Now!
Oops. That wasn't supposed to happen.
Well, hey, that was brilliant. Get us out of here.
Hello.
Hi down there. Mizaz's departure was a little abrupt.
Yes, somehow I always have problems with the fine-tuning on my traps.
Main thing is, she's gone.
Ivo and I have to travel to a certain island as quickly as possible. Will you take us there?
What's going on there, then?
Oh, it's an archaeological expedition.
Oh, right.
You owe us that, Nate. We've rescued you from certain death.
Oh, yeah, I'd have worked something out myself. And, my pretty one, to you, I'm Captain Bonnet. I'm not interested in a scientific expedition.
If you don't want to help us, then just stay up there till the bounty hunter comes back. And what do you think the Green Lady's gonna do to you when she does get back?
You've got a point there. On the other hand, you still need my airship. And do you know how to steer a flying ship?
Fine then. The Archmage himself has sent us on a mission.
The Archmage? I'm not so sure I want to get myself dragged into this.
This is vital to the Alliance.
I'm not on the Alliance's side. Of course, I'm not on the Shadow Army's side either. I'm a neutral. I leave them alone, they leave me alone.
Capturing you and wanting to kill you is something that you call leaving you alone.
Well, put it this way. I'd prefer not to attract quite so much attention from now on. Mizaz is going to come after me again, and it's not really appropriate for me to be going into war waving a banner for the Alliance.
Well, it's about this... thing.
This thing? And you don't want to tell me what this thing is? Are you scared I'll go off looking for it myself? Is it that valuable?
Well, actually,
Yes.
Ah, and where is it exactly?
On an island. We'll show you when we're in the air.
Well, I reckon for 50%.
But you're alone.
There's two of us, just like you two.
You're counting your pet as well.
Well, you have.
hey,
A third. You fly us there and then stay out of the way once we've arrived.
Okay, fine, we're in. Now, will you get us down at last? Everything okay with you guys?
Yes! This must be the entrance to the temple. How long do you think it'll take to repair the engine?
Oh, it's more complicated than it seemed. You shouldn't wait for me.
ooh, how exciting! A sunken temple full of danger and adventure, a lost artifact, and we are the valiant treasure hunters hot on the trail.
Listen, Wilbur, you did really well in Seastone, but this is different. Things could get really dangerous here. I prefer if you stayed out of this.
But,
I'll call you if I need you, okay?
but...
He's gonna hate me for that. But I'd rather have an insulted gnome to deal with than a dead one. Four little alcoves positioned around the entrance. There are strange symbols under each alcove which I can't read. Under those are words in the old language. Creature of fire is how I translate that one. Creature of fire is written under this alcove. This alcove has creature of water written on it. Creature of the earth is written there. This is the alcove for the creature of air. This must be the entrance to the temple. In the past, it must have been a side entrance or something. The actual temple with the main entrance has sunk into the ocean. I hope the connection to it's still intact behind this door. One of the paving stones is broken. You can see the earth under it. The earth is hard and dry. One of the paving stones is a snapped branch, presumably from one of the trees up there. Strange vegetation here. Normally these sorts of plants and trees are more likely to be found in the south. How did that fish get here? Maybe a seabird left it.
Or it was a flying fish.
Right.
They do exist. Grandad's squadron was called the Flying Hellfish.
I'll just take one bone. You never know when a small, sharp, curved thing might come in handy. Captain Bonnet can get water up from the sea with a bucket whilst the airship's still in flight. But I don't have a clue what he does with it after that. He certainly doesn't wash with it. Human ropes are so primitive. They get dirty, they rot, and they break. I'd better not stand on that. Looks unsafe. Those are fire fairies. They're very rare. I haven't seen any for 200 years. I'd better not stand on that. Looks unsafe. The sea swallowed the temple and the artifact of divine fate. If everything goes well, we'll claim it back again today. The sea swallowed the... The earth is hard and dry. The bee's nest is definitely inhabited. There are bees buzzing around all over the place and they're fighting the fire fairies for the nectar. Hello, Cheep Cheep. Maybe you could help me to get at the honey in the bee's nest. Perhaps you could distract them. You can fly so much better than them. Quick, while Cheep Cheep's distracting the bees. Oh, but I don't have a suitable container. Captain Bonnet? Are you quite sure that you're repairing that airship?
Sure. Why wouldn't I be?
It's raining breadcrumbs. Don't tell me that we took that detour yesterday solely to get your bread rolls.
What are you implying?
So it was just incompetence. I thought as much. Did you intend to throw the jar at my head? Hello? Oh. Hello, Cheep Cheep. Can't you help me somehow? I don't know either. Fly reconnaissance missions, find another entrance to the temple, push Captain Bonnet off the ship.
Why is the bird allowed to help when I'm not?
Cheep Cheep can look after himself.
So can I? I am a certified mage.
Really? Then why don't you magic the door open for us? There are 4 little alcoves by the entrance, and Creature of the Air is written under one of them. Well, I just wondered if you could perhaps go into the alcove for a bit. Oh, get out of here. It's not a trap. Female intuition. Oh, well, I'll fill the other alcoves first, and then we can talk again, okay? Maybe you could help me to get at the honey in the bee's nest. Perhaps you could distract them. You can fly so much better than them. Quick, while Cheep Cheep's distracting the bees. There isn't much honey in the glass and it's covered in bits of honeycomb, but there's enough for a sandwich. I can manage perfectly well on my own, and if I need gnome help, then I know where he's sulking. This could work. The intellectual capacities of fairies are completely overrated. Come on, lovely honey. I've got you. One of the paving stones is broken. You can see the earth under it. I've tied the fishbone to the end of the string. I've tied the rope to the stick, and at the end of the rope the fishbone acts as a hook. Just missing the bait now. The earth is sucking the water up like a sponge. Something's moving in the earth. There are worms. The water's enticed them up. I'll take a few before they disappear again. That gives me a fully functional fishing rod. Hey, Wilbur, could you give me a hand?
Of course.
Can you catch a fish for me?
I never fished before. I'm from the mountains.
It's very simple and completely safe. Come here.
And now?
Now you cast the line and wait for a fish to bite.
I should...
Just throw it in. What the...
How do you know if a fish is bitten?
Oh,
One's bit!
that's great.
And now? What next?
You go and stand next to Cheep Cheep again. I'll call you if I need any more help.
Okay.
I'll put the fish into the bucket. At least it'll have a bit of water in there. This alcove has Creature of Water written on it. There's no doubt that the fish is a creature of water. I think one could call this little beastie a creature of fire. I'll place several creatures of the earth into the alcove. Hello, Cheep Cheep. You are the only thing missing. A creature of the air. Now come on, please, just sit in the alcove. There you are. No trap. However, the door isn't opening either. Perhaps one has to... Cheap! Hello? Cheap, cheap! Thank the gods you're okay! It can't have been that bad. Oh, very well, but not the whole lot in one go. See you, Cheap Cheap. You want to come?
Of course!
Okay, but keep behind me and don't touch anything. And what about Mr. Professional Treasure Hunter? Are you coming?
Well, there are still a few things to do on the ship here.
Really? Would you rather wait out here then and warn us if the shades or that adorable bounty hunter appear?
On the other hand, you'd be completely stuck in that temple without me. And don't touch anything. If you see a precious stone anywhere, call me. It could be a trap.
If you're such an expert, shouldn't you be going ahead?
Not all traps can be seen in time. The expedition leader needs to keep safe.
Wilbur, stay well away from him if you value your life.
What? This temple is ancient. What could happen to you here? Shouldn't something unexpected happen now?
Enough messing around. We've got a job to do. Come on and stick close together.
Yeah, as close as possible, baby. Oh, damn!
Oh, great. Stay calm. I'll think of something.